time to make a choice, time to find our courage, time to be deployed. Make our only stand here, make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past and future meet. Get your weapons ready, kiss loved ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go.
Right. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on, people? Man, what do you mean, why are you subjecting us to this? What is that all about? Subjecting you to what? Hey, Lego. Hi, Guild. Hello. Yeah, I heard about that, Guild. Hello, Benny Hill. Hello, everyone. Not subjecting you to anything. Just leading into stuff. Good to see everybody. Hold on a second whilst I adjust a few things. What's up, Mo? Good to see you, man. It's so typical, Mano. He pops in. He's like, this is terrible. Why are you subjecting ourselves to this? And he gets out. That's cool, man. No problem. Oh, I got to pull up my music for the reading. Don't want to have a completely silent reading. Let's see. I gotta bookmark this thing. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. God, I just love this soundtrack so much. There we go. Is that alright? Is that too quiet, too loud, the music? It's about 14 or 15 manuscript pages, Lego, so I'm guessing it's about 20 minutes to read, is my guess. That's what I'm looking at as a target. Is the music too loud in the background or too quiet, or I don't want it to be like overwhelming the voice, obviously, but do people notice or care? One way or the other? People do not care. They're totally silent. Music makes no difference. Does not matter at all. Chad has no opinion on the subject. Alright, well, since Chad has no opinion on the subject, I will leave it as it is. No, it doesn't, which is... although, you know what I could do? I could throw up here. Let me see. Yeah, maybe that volcano picture is not going to get it done. Let me see if I can do something else. You can barely hear it? Okay, so let me turn it up a little bit. A little better? I want to be able to hear it a little bit. Okay. I will pop up just because I'm excited about it, because I just found out about it. Or just got it, I should say. You guys know I've been talking about this Kickstarter anthology, Time Travel Tales, that I'm in. And the cool news is that I just got the anthology. Let's see. I just got the illustration. Okay, thanks, Mano. I just got the illustration for... let's delete that. I just got the illustration for my story that the guy Matt Slay, who does the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics and some other things, has done. So I just got the illustration for my story, Sanction. So I will pop that up. Even though it doesn't have anything to do with Icarus, it's exciting to me, so whatever. I will do it. Why is it not showing me? There we go. Yay. Very exciting. It has nothing to do with Icarus, but it does have to do with something that I'm currently involved with, so, and I'm excited about it. So yeah, I just got that today. And it's actually live as part of the Kickstarter, so it's not like I'm talking out of school by putting it up there. And so illustrations like that there's an illustration for every one of the stories in that anthology, including mine. So, and I think he nailed it. The cool thing is that it's a picture that perfectly fits the story without spoiling the story. But once you read the story, you'll understand it. And actually, I've read that story on stream. So if you find one of my previous highlights, I can't even remember which one, you'd be able to track down what the story is too. So that's the deal with that. All right, so what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be reading, as I said, Chapter 1 of Icarus, and then after that, we'll be switching into Knights of the Old Republic 2. Chapter 2 of Icarus is probably I'm going to wait until the leading into the Baldur's Gate stream, which is not going to be until early next week. So I may stream later this week a couple times, depending on how my workload looks. But I'm not going to read again anything from Icarus until next week. So I've read the prologue already. This is going to be Chapter 1. And the next time you hear about Icarus is going to be next week. And just as a quick reminder to everybody, Icarus is my second novel that is there's a writing project associated with it that I'm sort of leading up to by doing these readings. So that's the deal with that. All right, so that said... We have a small, but I hope enthusiastic group at the moment. More people will probably pop in over time. One of the reasons that I've been going live a little bit later, one is that I'm able to set something up and then go get a couple of things ready before I actually start streaming. But also because I'm hoping that, because people were telling me that they were like, oh man, I feel like I always miss the first 10 minutes of you actually playing. So I've been trying to go live and then actually start a little bit later than I go live to give people some help. But I don't know if that works out or not. Obviously, it partially depends on the day. In any case... so we're going to get started, I think, on the reading. How's everybody doing, by the way? Are people happy? Feeling good? Feeling comfy? Got a little bit of laid back, got some popcorn, some crackers? Oh, that's awesome, Mano. I would appreciate that very much. That would be very cool. Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that. That'd be sweet. I saw what you did for hey Gilt, good to see you, man. I saw what you've been doing for I think it was Catus stream, and it looks pretty slick. It looks nice. So if that's the kind of tremendous work you're doing for me, I would be much appreciative. That's too bad, Lego. Yeah, no, it looks good. It looks good. I've been impressed with both. That's too bad, Lego. But you get to hang out and have fun 4th of July with the family closer to home, right? What's going on, everyone in my chat? Hello, Benny Hill. Hello, Chrono. What's up, Joy? Hello, Gilt again. Hello, Morris. I already said hi to Mano. Hello, Mul. Said hi to you. And Roar, what's up? Okay. All right, here we go. Chapter 1 of Icarus. Now, you guys remember, you will recall that in the prologue of Icarus, you'll remember that this is... Oh, yeah, I heard you saying, yeah. Yeah, that would suck. I can understand that, Lego, yeah. So you guys will remember that in the prologue of Icarus, this character Jelinek was walking along with his solar rig. Jelinek is, well, you'll hear more of a description of him, but he explained that he's not very tall, probably about 4 feet tall, red skin, red wrinkly skin, and he's a flame petal prospector. Hasn't been explained what that means yet. And he is with this, his solar, which is like this a little bit taller than he is, actually about the same size, I should say, but two-tailed dog-like creature. The rest of the description you'll get later on. But they were walking along looking for flame petals when this flame demon shows up and was about to attack them, and then this creature falls from the sky, lands right on top of the flame demon, and then destroys it with some blue energy that came from his wings, and then was lying on the ground unconscious as the book begins. So part 1 of the book is called The Arrival, and this is chapter 1. For a while I just sat there, wondering what in all had just happened and what I was doing alive still, and not being too sure I was. For a bit I wondered if I went to sleep in the heat and hit my head when I fell over. It would explain those things drumming away in my skull, but I'm not sure about the rest of it. 'Cause there was Rigg, still whimpering, and that creature with the wings lying on the ground, and that pile of ash where the flame demon had been. And of course there was me, sitting like a rock in a lava flow. Besides, whether this was real or a hallucination, at least I had to be alive either way. So I got up and dusted myself off. "Come on, Rigg," I says to that scared flickerbrad that calls himself a solar. I mean, sure, I was a bit shaky myself, but I did hit my head on that rock. And I walked over to the whatever it was with wings. There he lay. I was guessing on the he part, but I was pretty sure this wasn't no demon, leastways none I'd ever heard of. Eyes closed, a nice bruise on his head where he must have hit the flame demon when he fell. And of course those wings. I kind of thought at first they must have been fake, mostly because I'd only heard stories about creatures with wings, and they were a lot bigger than this kid was. But I could see the feathers overlapped on those wings, natural as any flickerbrads, and the wings themselves looked like they was attached right into his back. Hard to make something that could do that, far as I could tell. Otherwise, he had that same calm expression, curly brown hair over a smooth, white-skinned face, and that was the first I ever saw that color on a living thing, too. Black from working too close to a lava flow, maybe. Red from birth, definitely. But never white. He was wearing a simple white wrap around his body with a white belt at his waist and a pair of white sandals on his feet. It couldn't have been above, say, 18 dotacycles or so, though that was a guess too if I was being honest with myself. Truth be told, I'd never seen anything like him before, and he was as strange a thing as I'd ever laid eyes on. But still, there was something familiar about him too, somehow. Or maybe my brain was still loose in my head from that hit it took. I sighed and stood up. Whatever it or he was alive, and we couldn't stay around here for long. It's true that flame demons live by themselves, and you can't blame them for that, really. I mean, why would you want to be around another ugly, bad-tempered, stinking demon if you was one yourself? Only time they get together is to mate, and I hear you don't want to be within 100 leagues of them when that happens. Still, when something happens down here, everyone and everything takes notice. And there are things worse than flame demons involved, things that get curious. I could have left him too, and I thought about doing it, but, well, I was curious too, you know? I mean, it's not every solar cycle you see a pale-skinned creature with wings fall from the sky and turn a flame demon into ash in a couple of cycles. Actually, it's not any solar cycle that you see that, and I wanted to know more. And in case you got some stupid thought in your head that I took him along because he saved my life or something, best get that idea out of you right now. I've been around too long to fall for that sentimental foolishness. This was practical curiosity on my part and nothing else. It was too late to gather more flame petals anyways. But getting them back home wasn't going to be easy. I couldn't just sling him onto my shoulder and hoof it. He didn't look all that heavy, but I'm not so big myself, and managing those wings of his would have been fun. Rig could probably have carried him if I could get the crazy thing to stay still long enough to load the creature onto him, but he was still a shaky mess, and Rig wasn't used to carrying living things anyway. With our luck, he would have jumped into a lava pool on the way back, and that would have been that for our feathered friend. And we couldn't drag him over those rocks and hope he'd get back in one piece, lest we put him on something. And then I got it. "You're a damn fool," I muttered to myself. "You never used a sled before?" I mean, sometimes it amazes me I've managed to stick around so long, the way I just forget the most obvious things. Anyways, that's how we finally did it. A sled, of course. There's sheets of thin rock all over these plains, some bigger than others, and more than a few of them worn down near smooth by lava and wind. When I was young, we used to find some to race down to the smaller hills, damn near killing ourselves to do it, but whoo, you could get up some speed on those, I tell you. And they were pretty tough, unless you hit them straight on with a chisel. Otherwise, you could bounce them around much as you wanted, no worries. So I found a good-sized rock sheet nearby and looped some of my rope lengthwise around it, and I attached both ends to Rig's pack bags, him fussing the whole time about it naturally. Then I managed to roll our wing kit onto the sheet, and that wasn't so easy either. Those wings were heavier than they looked, and we were off. I wondered a bit if the trip would wake up the whatever it was, but pretty soon I knew that wasn't going to be a problem. We went over some serious bumps and gaps, my sled jumping all over the place, and he didn't budge an inch. So at least I wasn't going to have to worry about feeding the thing for a while, at least while we was moving. Still, it wasn't exactly a fast trip. Rig's strong, but he was carrying supplies, plus the sheet of rock, plus the wing thing, and he was already kind of tired from the trip out. Plus, he didn't feel all that well after running into the flame demon and this thing he was hauling. I could tell with him whimpering and crying. "Aw, quit your complaining," I says to Rig as he panted along. "We'll be home soon enough, and you don't even have to get more flame petals tonight." He quieted down some, but I could tell he wasn't too happy. Heck, I wasn't feeling like dancing much myself. Back we went, making enough noise with that sled scratching over the ground to bring every flame demon in the plains to find us, but nothing showed. The light got less, too. It's always light down here from the lava pools and geysers, but it's a lot brighter when the light from up top's around. And I started to get worried. If we didn't get home soon, Soul only knew whether anything that wanted to track us would show itself, and if it did, we'd be in for a pretty mess. But after another score cycle or so, we crossed over one more hill and stopped. Down below in the valley, getting a little darker even as we watched, the flamestone lights twinkled, and one red beam shone from the large ruby tower behind the village square. "Finally, Rig," I says, wiping my brow and taking the last swig from the canteen. "It took us long enough, but we made it home." The village of Vesu, where I live, ain't much to look at. First off, there ain't many of us here. It's the farthest east of any settlement in these parts, and mostly the only ones who live here are prospectors like me and a couple of the more official types. Oh, we got a few houses here and there, small ones, and a water well at the center of the village that some magister enchanted with cool water decacycles ago. And of course, there's the smith's shop not far from there. The only thing taller than 2 stories is the ruby tower right next to the well where Jarvis lives, and, well, the less said about him the better, I think. You try to stay away from that tower much as you can, that's all. And then, of course, there's my little place right outside the outskirts of town. That's the way I like things. Quiet, and to myself, except for Rig, of course. As we started down the hill, making all kinds of noise, I started cursing. We'd got back before nightfall, sure, but it wasn't late enough for folks to be in bed yet. And even if they were, we would have woke up the dead with our contraption slipping and sliding down the loose rock on the hill. And people round here ask questions, and I hate questions. They give me a headache, even if I answer them right. Still, for a while, I thought we ducked trouble somehow. All the way down the hill, I didn't see no one, and the red beam from the tower was focused into the distance like usual. Finally, we made it to level ground, and as we walked onto the path that leads to my place between the flame stones on either side, I took a deep breath. "It looks like we got in nice and secret," I says to Rig. And of course, like always, I spoke too soon. 'Cause who should I see as I reached the front door of my house than good old Renshaw, the mayor of our fine village, waiting on the front step. He stood up as I got close, and his eyes widened a bit as he saw something dragging behind Rig. But fortunately, I'm a little taller than him, and he's on in age, so he don't see too well now, especially in less light. So I stepped forward in front of him. "Get on him back now, Rig," I says, as if everything's totally normal, same as always. "I'll get those flame petals from you in a sec. You get to the back, here?" And for a change, Rig didn't argue. He just puffed his way past the house with that sled behind him and into the backyard. Renshaw tried to peer around me as Rig went by, He practically fell over to do it, actually, but I moved to block his vision and stood my ground. "A pleasure, Mayor," I says in my polite voice, and yes, I have one. "What brings you to my little establishment? If you're looking for flame petals, I'm not open at present, but I'd be happy to bring you some over myself tomorrow if you like." Renshaw straightened himself as tall as he could get, which ain't very tall, and gave me one of his usual self-important looks. "Evening, Jelinek," he says in that mayor voice of his. "We're getting home a bit late, aren't we?" Aren't we? Pretentious solar waste. But I got control of myself and gave him the biggest smile I could. "Oh, sure, Mayor, a bit late," I says. "Prospecting's been a bit rough lately, you know. I have to stay out late sometimes just to meet my quota. It's not a good dotacycle for flame petals." Which was true, but I didn't give a damn about flame petals at the moment. I wanted to get rid of this pretentious loose lips fast as I could, and I had to look as normal and boring as I could to do that. Yes, so I've heard," he says, staring around me to the backyard where Rig disappeared with the cargo. "But you must have had some luck, You must have found a lot of flame petals to weigh down your solar that much." Saul's blood, I cursed to myself. I would have needed 1,000 flame petals to make a sled that heavy, and he knew it. He knew I was bringing something else in, though he couldn't have seen what it was, or he wouldn't have still been standing on my front step. Still, I had to be careful, or I'd end up with more than a stuffed shirt mayor to deal with. "Oh, not flame petals, Mayor, no," I says, as cheerful as I could. "No, I collect rocks sometimes. Different colors, different shapes. It's kind of a hobby, you know." This was about as stupid a lie as I'd ever told. All there is around us is rocks. You can't walk out of your own front door without falling over rocks. But as a general rule, I don't do much lying. It always seems to get you into more trouble in the end. I mean, here I obviously couldn't say what I really had if I wanted any peace from fool questions and arguments, and who's to say they would have left him with me if they knew about him? But I ain't had no practice at lying. Ray could probably tell a lie better than me, and he can't talk. The mayor now, he could have spun me as wild a one as you please if it was up to him, but obviously I couldn't ask him for help. All I could do was hope he thought I was more stupid than dangerous, which was probably true. Rocks, eh?" Renshaw says with an eyebrow raised. "Rocks. Well, rocks or not, Jelinek, you can't make this kind of noise bringing them in. You're disturbing the peace, and we can't have that, can we? There have been complaints." Now this one was rich. I wondered if these same folks complained when the mayor staggered home half drunk every other night singing some old song about an old love, but I decided not to ask him about it. "I see," I says. "Well, I'll have to keep it down then." "Yes," Renshaw says, "you will. And while you're at it, you'll need to make sure you keep up on your tax payments. You're almost half a dotacycle late on them now." "Oh, I'm sorry, Mayor, but it ain't been easy lately for any of us. I'm out there every solar working, but it ain't easy," I says with kind of a smile, even though inside I was thinking of how many ways I could pound sense into one little creature's skull. But Renshaw didn't smile back. "I know it's not easy for us, Jelinek, but most find a way," he says with a real smug expression on his face. "We've all got our problems. But somehow you seem to be the only one who can't get past his. Now why is that, do you think?" "I'm not sure as I know, Renshaw," I says, and that smug expression drops away from his face like a flickerbrand from the roof of a cave. Renshaw always hated being called by his real name. The only one who could get away with it was his wife, and he hated being called by her at all. "Enough excuses, Jelinek," he says, and stares at me real cold-like. "It's been a long time you've been out here doing whatever it is you do, and the rest of the folks here don't like the way you keep to yourself, the way you act around them. I didn't say anything before because, well," he drew himself up as high as he could, practically floating on his love for himself, I tell you, and says, "because I felt sorry for you. I'm supposed to look beyond petty squabbles. But your behavior's just gotten out of hand, Jelinek, and it's going to stop. Now, I don't know what you think you've got back there, but it's my job to make sure it's not dangerous. Come on now, show me what you have." And I kid you not, that stuffed Pellar starts walking towards my backyard. Mine, by soul. I don't know if it was because of everything that happened to me that solar cycle, or if I was still kind of woozy from that shot I took to my head, but I just about lost it and ran in front of him, stopping it with my search stick. "You listen to me, Renshaw," I says with a hiss. "This ain't your home, and you ain't got a right to trespass. If I bother folks around here, it's their business to tell me, not yours nor no one else's, and for sure the last thing I want is you making things worse by snooping around. I don't go into your house without leave, and by Saul, you're not going to go into mine." And when I was done speaking, Renshaw just looked at me with his mouth open for a few cycles. Then he closed it. Then he opened it again like he thought of something to say, then closed it again because his brain reminded him of what I just said. Finally, he took a step back and narrowed his eyes. You're a fool, Jelinek, as everyone knows. You'll pay for this insult. No one stops the mayor of Vesu from going where he wishes, and no prospector with 1 foot in the lava flow is going to be the first. And I thought for a moment he was going to step forward and fight me, but just then a low growl sounded from behind the house. I looked back, and I'll be a lava rat if Rig's big old head wasn't stuck around the corner looking at us. Well, mostly just the mayor. Rig couldn't get to us without dragging that sled with him, but Renshaw didn't know that, and you say what you like about Rig. He is a Solar. He's a pretty big one at that. Renshaw swallowed and blinked, then stepped back again. This isn't the end of this, you demon waste, he hissed at me, which is a pretty good insult coming from him, I have to say, then turned and stomped off towards the center of the village. After he vanished past the dull red light of the flamestones, I sighed and looked back at Rig. I suppose you think you're brave or something, huh? I says, and that fool thing just pants at me. Less than a score a cycle later, we was sitting inside my house while Rig drank some water and I munched on some bread, trying to figure out everything that happened that solar cycle. The thing with the wings was lying on the bed. My bed, you know, I don't have any spares. And here we were, the 3 of us, a fine set of folks in a house at the edge of a small village. Some picture we would have made, I bet. And yet, as I was chewing my bread and looked at him, there it was again. There was something, I don't know, something familiar about him somehow. It made no sense. I'd never seen anything like him before, like I said. But he seemed to fit here, even as strange as he was. As I looked at him, he reminded me, I don't know, something was familiar, that's all. Damn fool, I muttered as I got up and went into the kitchen. You got hit on the head too all, that's all. And now you gotta go get that stuffed Pellar mayor all riled up too, and I'll bet any amount you want he's gonna be back with guards soon enough. I filled another cup of water from the bucket in the kitchen and raised my voice so Rig could hear, like it was his fault, which wasn't exactly true. And all 'cause you had to go too far today and find this thing and bring him back with you. And as I stormed back into the main room, railing and carrying on, it really shouldn't have surprised me, even though it did, to see Rig sitting up, perfectly calm, staring at the creature in the bed, and to see the creature sitting up and staring back at him. After a cycle more, he looked at me with a pair of deep, crystal blue eyes wide. Surprised? Interested? And he spoke in this clear, calm voice that sounded like it came from far away. What is a damn fool, is all he said. That's all, I tell you. That's all he said. End chapter 1. It's actually a little bit shorter than I remembered, Lego. Alright, there you go. End chapter 1, people. Thank you. Hi, Rap. Welcome to people who came in. For those of you who came in while I was reading, I try not to stop when I'm started. They pay taxes in speculative fantasy novels. Hey, it depends. It depends. It depends where it is right here. Man, no. You cracked me up, man. Well, you see, everyone in chat's like, what? Good to see you, Thought. Good to see you, Guilt. Let's see, Guilt. I don't know that I would say noir-esque. I would say more Old West. Think like... Quick and the Dead, prospector types is what I would imagine. Yeah, that was, I think you missed the beginning of the chapter, Rap, but it'll be on, I'll put it up as a highlight so you'll be able to see it as well, so. Yes, indeed. So I noticed it, but I wanted to kind of keep going, so. I hope that people are continuing to be interested in it. Yeah, I totally get it. That kind of thing kind of will pick up over time. Where you'll be able to see more of it. Now, I will tell you guys the one thing, because you'd notice this as well. So the prologue and the first chapter were told from Jelinek's perspective. The next 2 chapters are told from ICARUS's perspective. And so you're going to get ICARUS's take on things now over the next 2 chapters. And ICARUS, as you will notice, has a very different voice from Jelinek. So that's the deal. please read the entire book so we understand. Well, I got to do a chapter at a time, you know. So the next time you guys hear a chapter from this will be leading into the Baldur's Gate stream, which will be next week. That'll probably be Monday or Tuesday is my guess. I have a conference in Boston that I'm going to. I'm leaving for that on Wednesday, so we're probably streaming Baldur's Gate Monday or Tuesday. So I will read chapter 2 leading into the Baldur's Gate stream next week. Thanks, Rap. I appreciate that. And as I say, I have, just to remind everybody, I have I hope to have some pretty big news about this writing project that ICARUS is connected with. And I'm going to be actually involving you guys that are listening to this a little bit for that. That's what this is all leading to. But that's not going to happen for a few weeks. So anyway, thank you very much for checking in with stuff. So let me click on Mano's link. And let me see what he's got to say about this. Waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting. I see Arv's quill, but I can't. Oh, cool. Oh, very neat. That's going to be the theme. Awesome. So that's really cool. Can everyone see that? How old is Jelinek? Well, I can't reveal that yet, Rap, because it has to do with something that occurs somewhat later in the story. I'll just say that he's kind of like early middle age for his species, but I don't want to say more than that because I'd be giving stuff away. But early middle age, so. Yeah, it's like a quill. Actually, let me see if I can get a better screen reach into that so people can look at it. Yeah, Mano is being an incredible badass and is putting together like a whole thing for my channel that's going to tie together everything branding-wise, which is really, really cool. There we go. That's really cool, man. Yeah, he's an item. Exactly. He's actually a statue. Spoiler, Jelinek doesn't actually exist. He's just... Really cool, Mano. I like it, man. I'm really interested to see how you tie things together. I was talking to somebody about this the other day about how, like, graphic designers, when I see really good graphic design that's done, I really admire it. And it's one of those things that... some people say, you know, they've told me about my writing or about my music that I'll bring something up and they'll say, oh, I would never have thought to put it in that way. That's the way I feel with graphic design. I really enjoy looking at beautiful art and things like that, but it's not the kind of thing I think of. So when I see it, I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Like, how did you think of putting things together like that? So yes, I like that very much. I think it's a really cool concept as an icon. Absolutely. And I think the only thing will be, and you can tell me about this, is maybe having a little bit of extra space around it to show off that bottom, like the quill part, like this part down here, so that it doesn't look just like a feather, but it's very clear that it's a quill. Like, I don't know if you can put like, can you put like a jar of ink here or something to make that more clear? Or is it something you can tie into different icons? Because I know the busier the icon, the more difficult it's going to be to do other stuff. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Or parchment, or a scroll, or yeah, something like that. This is such perfect music for this, by the way. I love the Chrono Cross soundtrack. Yeah, very cool. Well, I like it so far, Mano. I am a big fan, so thank you. So far, so good. Okay, cool. Very cool. Alrighty. So, with that done, let me pop this out. Let's get rid of that title. And let's get ourselves going on some Star Wars. Very good to see everyone today. So yes, so more of that will be coming next week. And I'll try to make some more announcements about... Whoa, hello. There we go. I'll try to make some more announcements about various things, replying to writing and other stuff, like the Shadowrun streams, the Shadowrun Return stream coming up on July 25th and stuff like that, as situations warrant. Okay. Good. Alrighty. Alright. About Mr. Sickle? Yeah, poor Durbin. For people who were in Durbin's chat earlier today, he was doing the... Actually, Mano, you'd appreciate this. He was playing Arkham City, and he just got to the part where the room where Penguin freezes the water, and the shark jumps out of the frozen water, and apparently Durbin hates sharks. So he was completely freaked out. I felt really bad because I'd completely forgotten. First of all, I didn't know that he was that freaked out by sharks. But also because I'd completely forgotten it was going to happen. I was like, oh, yeah, there's the shark. Oh, boy. I felt bad. He was just like, he had to actually take a break. And we ended up having to help him. Like, he closed his eyes and stuff. And I felt bad. Second here. Sorry about the spinning. Okay. Yep. He's like, is the shark going to show up again? I'm like, well, in a manner of speaking. You could say that. Alright. I already talked to all these folks before the last time I played. Alright, so what do we got? We've got Talos. I can go back there. I still don't have any info for them. Actually, maybe I do. Let's see what I've got to turn in. I think I may have a quest to turn in Talos. Yeah. I've got to... Oh, so I got to turn in the bounty at the Talos station. I should probably do that. And then I got to deal with the Jedi. So let me go take care of that bounty first. And we just hyperspaced. I still can't capture the video, which is obnoxious. Hey Thork, what's up? I know, Thok, you're being mean. Okay, the Ebon Hawk coming into the space station on the planet's surface, which none of you can see because this doesn't know how to capture that part, which is annoying. Oh, really, Thork? I didn't know there were such mods. That's interesting. I never finished System Shock 2. I played System Shock 1. I didn't love it because I don't like sort of survival horror. I mean, I do like, you know, the principles of System Shock. I obviously like the studio that did it, but it's just not my thing. And then System Shock 2, I was like, yeah, that's not what I'm looking to do. So. Now, of course, I have to remember to actually... how to get off my own ship. That's how. Wait. Jerpa was going the wrong way. Yeah, like Thor, you can't... And apparently, I was looking online for a fix to this. I managed to get XSplit fixed with the flashing, and then it's also reporting numbers properly, so I got all that working right. But the problem is, it's just not... It's very bad, apparently, at dealing with... whatchamacallit, it's very bad at dealing with rendering on these things. It's a problem with Coder 1 also. Okay, let's take you. I do kind of want to see how she handles things, but for right now, I'll keep with him. Whoops. And there we go. Oh, wait, no. That's not right. There we go. He was going the wrong way. Hey, what's up, Durbin? Well, I don't think you were going the wrong way the whole time. By the way, why do I still not have my... Why do I still not have that equipped? What the hell's with that? Pretty sure it's not the Force Pike. I'm pretty sure it's 2 to 12. Yeah, that's what I thought. There we go. It doesn't? Oh, that's weird. I think everyone else got notification as far as I know. I thought. Oh, okay. Nearby terminal. What if it's showing up in anybody's thing? That's weird. Did anybody get any? See, the problem is so many people have the emails turned off. Like, did anybody get an email that I went live? Whoa, what's going on over here? Those guys are going to attack me, aren't they? Okay, let's get it on, guys.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
I'm getting so tired of these droids. Actually, that happened to me, Durbin, earlier tonight. Yeah, that's what happened to me, actually. I was going to click on your following when you went live, Durbin, but then your thing vanished, and so I had to go back in, and it happened to Guildstream also, for me, happening to everybody. Hey, Gray, what's up, man? Let's do it up.
Focus.
Focus.
Optimal failing, master.
Fallen.
Failing, master.
Use droids, man.
Systems failing, master.
Systems failing, master.
Yes.
Heal us up, please. Oh, very cool, Gray. That's awesome. We're trying to get a hold of him. We are definitely going to have John Helfers and Jason Hardy, as I mentioned, for that stream. Jordan, we're not sure. We're working on it. I mean, the problem is the 25th obviously is release day for everyone who's not a backer, and so they're going to be super busy, but I'm like, come on, man, you can do it. I'm also going to be getting in contact with, ooh, a chassis for the HK. I'm getting there. But we're also going to try to do what we can to get him on board as much as possible. And by the way, if you haven't had a chance already, I had a chance to look at some, the other day, I looked at some YouTube videos of playthroughs of a couple of the user-made campaigns. I was impressed. There's some good stuff being done. It's a cool engine, the Shadowrun engine. So I was very impressed. Cool, Gray. Yeah, that's definitely the hope. You didn't get an email alert for my going live? Well, if someone is able to tell me if they did get an email alert, the problem is so many people have said that they've shut it off that I kind of can't get a good sense of, you know, whether or not that's an issue. I don't know what that is, basically. I don't know who to blame it on or who's really at fault or whatever, but all I know is that my XSplit's working now. My channel should be broadcasting live now, and so let's see. I have a bounty for you.
Returned.
No problem, Derb. Yeah, okay. That's what I figure. Talk to you about the bounties.
What is it?
I kill the escaped criminals.
I see. And where and when did you kill them?
I followed them to the restoration zones where they were on duty as circus security and killed them.
I see. Well, you certainly earned the bounty on those two dangerous criminals. Here it is. I think you'll find the amount more than adequate. The TSF once again thanks you for your cooperation.
200 credits? More than adequate. You drunk?
So you've returned. What is it? So you've returned. While I was disturbed that you chose to defy our orders and obtain transport off Citadel Station, the matter has since been closed. It was the decision of Republic authorities that your testimony would no longer be necessary, and thus you'd be allowed to go.
I'll bet.
But as we discovered, you had already left. In some ways, it was lucky for us, avoiding a possibly embarrassing situation.
Well, I wouldn't want to embarrass you. Why would the Republic change their minds like that?
Why does the Republic do anything? The head doesn't know what the feet are doing. The hands don't even know they've got fingers, let alone where they are. My opinion. They probably performed their independent investigation and figured it wasn't your fault. Anyways, you should just be glad I decided to overlook the fact you escaped arrest.
Or what? You'll take me down with your very dangerous-looking blaster? Well, thanks for that.
Yeah. And if there's nothing else, I've got a job to do.
Alright.
What is it?
Bounty, so I took care of that. Okay. Nightgill, thanks for stopping by, man. He's using a steering wheel to play Minecraft? Not entirely sure what that says about Minecraft, to be honest. Oh, cool. I don't know, Thok. I'm not sure if I do or not. Do I? Maybe I should ask you that. Do I? Is this going to be something that I'm going to be happy to have seen, or am I going to be annoyed at you for having posted it? You tell me. Okay, so now I can get back on fuel situation. And that's Dahlgren, I'm pretty sure that I just talked to. Yeah. Still need to find an alternative fuel source. This is running a little bit choppy for me. I don't know why. What is this thing? Harley Quinn. I still have to do the Harley Quinn DLC, actually. Whoops, no, not the canteen. Did not want to go to the cantina. Wanted to go to Super Blur. This is supposed to be blurry. Ugh, I don't want the residential area. I want the docks. Too blurry, can't see where I'm going. I think it's, if Talikos comes in, he's going to be annoyed at me because I didn't get to fix the blur yet. Maybe I can just actually go right there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. The blur! Yeah, he told me about something I could put in to get rid of the blur, and I haven't done it yet. What's going on, traveler?
Seems like mercenaries are popping up everywhere now.
Oh, I don't want to hear your random
I wish
comments.
the Republic.
No, I have not, Mano. In fact, my wife was asking me the other day, like, because I was talking about my stream, and she's like, when is Kat around? I'm like, I don't know what happened to him. I was actually going to be dropping him a text tomorrow. I've been super busy myself, so I haven't had a chance to check in and see how he's doing, but... I mean, I know he's definitely been in a gaming rut, but, I haven't, you know... Gaming rut is not the same thing as disappearing from the face of the earth, so I don't actually know. He's on League right now? Yeah, he's been in a streaming rut for sure. Whoa, what's up, T3?
Well, check it again. It can't be anything else. Just check the damn connector. I don't trust the diagnostics any more than I trust you. Because I don't like droids. They break. In the head. Well, whatever you call that thing on your head. Yeah, well, if I'm mean to you, it's because I care.
What? What do you mean if I'm mean to you, it's because I care? Listen, I will decide who gets to be mean on this ship. Alright. Alright, let's go put that next thing on HK. I can reinforce the droid's damaged chassis with the one I have. You installed the droid's chassis. It looks like it'll make its chest stop sparking, which is a minor relief. Alright, the only thing I have left to get for it is the droid processor. Got everything else. Okay. Okay. Just giving everyone a heads up too that at some point fairly soon I'm going to need to take about a 10-minute break because we've had some problems with raccoons out in the backyard over the last couple of days, which I'm worried. I'm assuming they're not rabid raccoons, but we have heard about rabid raccoons wandering, believe it or not, even in the Bronx that exist. So my dog was going nuts earlier on, and I couldn't see any outside. But anyway, the long and the short of it was she hasn't gone out yet. And she needs to do that, and I need to feed her and stuff. So I'm probably going to take a 10-minute break in a couple minutes here and hope that I can actually let her out safely without having to worry about her getting into a fight with a raccoon. Because guess who does not want to be dealing with a dog fighting with a raccoon? This guy. This guy does not want to. Okay. What have I got left? Onderon, Nar Shaddaa, Korriban, and Dantooine. Alright, now... wrong one. Okay, so now what I have to do is I have to track down the Lost Jedi. So, Master Vrook traveled to Dantooine, Master Vash went to Korriban, Master Zez-Kai-El went to Nar Shaddaa, and Master Kavar went to Onderon. So I've got to try to decide which one I want to go to first. Does anyone have any thoughts? This is my first playthrough, remember, so I don't know. Any thoughts about who I should try to track down first? Should I go to Dantooine, Korriban, Nar Shaddaa, or Onderon? I'm going to have to go to all of them eventually. Does anyone know? Onderon first, you think? Okay. Let's see what we got. Alright. Let's do it up. Alright, here's the Ebon Hawk taking off. Epic cutscene that I can't show you because lame with movies. That's taking off. Heading back out off the ship. And off into space. No, I appreciate that. Hyperspace. Oh, 2 green planets and a moon. Wow, we got like a whole fleet thing going on out here. Tons of ships out here. God knows why. I know, Durban, right? I've got like an energy crystal.
This is Onderon.
But
Looks like there's a long line to get into the ISIS starport.
Something feels wrong here. A great disturbance here in orbit, and again on the planets below.
I guess this blockade is a symptom of larger problems on Onderon. Looks like we're about to find out. I'm receiving a message from some Colonel Tobin. Patching it through.
The Ebon Hawk. I was told to expect your arrival. I don't know your business on Onderon, but it ends here.
uh-oh. Ships are coming in. We got some bogeys. They're firing on us. What the hell? Epic dodging. As usual, my ship.
Some hits.
Of course we have. We
can try to
always
fight
take
back,
hits.
Or I can outrun them and hide us on the jungle moon nearby. It's your call.
Screw that. I'm tired of racing to find myself. Let's go here. That's right. That's right. I'm tired of running. I'm sick of getting hit and knocked down
I
places.
can't keep us in one piece much longer.
Ah.
Sorry to spoil your fun, but we've got to land now. I'm gonna put us down on that jungle moon.
Gosh darn it. Wow, like the freaking whole star... Every ship is attacking each other. Alright, they're heading down to the green moon. That's ridiculous, man. Now he's in the cloud cover of the jungle moon. I think is he actually going to set down normally without crashing? That'll be a first.
You know, just once I wish someone was glad to see us. But no, if it isn't weapons pointing
No.
at our heads, it's someone trying to blast us out of the sky.
Yep.
I remember the days when welcoming committee used to mean something, without being followed by blaster bolts.
Alright, let's see. How badly is the ship damaged?
It's taken a little damage, nothing too serious. I'm shutting down all unnecessary systems until we make repairs. It'll keep us from being a target.
Let's see. He's still hunting us?
Well, the space battle's still going on overhead. Since they were so eager to use our hull for target practice, I doubt they're just gonna forget us. Well, I don't like it. Onderon is about as far from the core as you can get and still be in the Republic. But even out here, the locals have heard of us.
We're lucky I was able to find this place to land. Looks like something has cleared away the jungle in a few spots around here.
Mm-hmm. Well, where did we land exactly?
Looks like one of the moons of Onderon. Not sure which one. It's mostly jungle and mountain. I did pick up the remains of an old outpost near here. Maybe that's why there's all these clearings around. Maybe they were once settlements.
There were no settlements here. Those clearings were most likely once craters or crash sites.
Crash sites?
This is Duxon, where the Mandalorians began their crusade against the Republic.
Duxon,
The
spelled
remains of
DX.
whatever outposts you detected here are military ones. We should be careful.
This is where the Mandalorian War started?
This doesn't look like much of a battlefield.
Much is buried here, and there is much that should remain buried.
Enough of this. Let's see, we need to get to Onderon.
Until the ship is repaired, we're not going anywhere. Unless you can find another route to Onderon, we should sit tight.
There may be a means to get to Onderon by another route. The Force has guided us here for a reason. We should explore our surroundings. There is something here.
Something? Oh, there's something here, all right. Predators. Not small flit darters, but big, mean, nasty predators.
Nevertheless, we should explore our surroundings. And that nearby outpost would be as good a place as any to begin.
Alright, let's go check it out.
Well, if you go, be careful. No telling what other ships were forced down in the battle.
I have a feeling the ship will not be repaired until our business here is concluded. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I understand. What's so important about this place?
This is where the Mandalorian Wars began. He fought here once, and there are things here he must see.
More
He
info I'm
fought
not
here?
supposed to see, and I'm
Why
seeing.
didn't he say anything?
Do you speak of all your battles? Or are there some you wish to forget?
Dramatic walk away. Okay. Forced to land in the jungle moon of Duxon. You need to find another way to get to the city of Aziz on Onderon so you can find the hidden Jedi Master that might be there. And you landed on the jungle moon of Duxon where the Mandalorian Wars started from. Kreis, there's an old outpost nearby. Maybe there you can find some transportation that could get you to Onderon. Maybe so. Maybe so, game. Alright, we're going to leave the Ebon Hawk in a minute. Okay, so let me save this. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm going to be gone for about 10 minutes. I'm going to take the dog out, try to avoid rabid raccoons, and then I will be right back and we'll keep going. In the meantime, you can watch the great Barry Gibb in his samurai armor, flourishing his sword. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, back. No rabid raccoons. Dog is taken care of, so we're good. Hello, everyone. Hey, T-minus. What the hell? No talking in all caps. No link stuff permission. Everyone being crazy. Yeah. I felt bad for you, Derman. I mean, as I said, that freaked the heck out of me, too, when it happened, but I actually didn't remember. And so I was like, oh, yeah, that happened. That occurred. All right. Let us take with us, I guess, my tried and true. At some point, I'm going to want to deal with my, see what my handmaiden here can do, but... Oh, rain. Oh, rain. Let's see. Arv on misspelled Duxon. Yeah. Yeah, it was unfortunate. What a delightful area. Got some thunder, I got some lightning. I totally want some Yoda, by the way. Yoda's got to be around here someplace. Show me Jedi Master Yoda. What? Why did I just randomly get 250 experience? It was random. I was like, well done, 250 experience. I would not say that, Durbin. I wouldn't say that. He may be around. But once you deal with these guys, you know, once you get out of this room, you're not going to deal with sharks again. That's the point.
Oh, like that.
Yeah. So I mean, yes, Thork, no problem with the raccoons this time. They were not around, which is very good. So my dog is taken care of. Why is it so loud? Should cut that down a little bit. Alright. Why do we still have the combat music? Okay, good. Yeah, I know. Great. The hell is that? A Malross? Wait, actually, wait. Maybe I should have tried to tame the kitty. Lots of predators. I know, right? Oh, that's too bad. Can you imagine, Thork? Yeah, if these things were in my yard, that would be bad. I don't think I'd be streaming if these things were in my yard. I think I'd be huddled in my room. I think I would have called the cops and animal rescue and SWAT teams and the Air Force, and that would have been that. Focus. Focus. Nice. Yeah, that's understandable. Whoop, I have no idea what I just got. What did I just get? Way too much stuff. Too much stuff. It's supposed to be highlighted as something different. Is it like a requirement for any science fiction game? Again, randomly 200 experience for no reason. That you need to have when you're on a planet, you need to have something sounding like with the low brass, you know, is that like think about Star Trek. Da 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 da. Why am I getting 200 experience randomly? Hey rookie, what's up? Yeah, I know, we were all talking about it. Everyone's had the same problem. Good to see you, man. I was wondering a little bit. I was like, because the numbers were a little, low to start out with. I'm like, oh, you know, maybe it's just Tuesday night. But I think now what it is that nobody knew that the stream's on. What needs to happen is that I need to get one of my mods in here. I need to get one of you guys who's also a Twitch admin. Like in Aminatus' chat, Noxious, who mods for him, has now just become. He just got his badge, so he's a Twitch admin now. Yeah, no, you weren't the only one. There were a lot of people, so. Hello, Malaros.
Got some news. The space battle is still going on. Hawk's sensors just picked up a contact heading to the moon. Most of the ship's systems are powered down, so it's about all I got. That ship may have landed nearby, though. Or it may be on the other side of the moon. So you might want to prepare for another friendly Onderon welcome.
Well, I'm kind of in the middle one at the moment, sir.
I will silence this one.
Another Onderon welcome. I should break fix all the things. Yeah, they aren't taking naps. I think they got a couple that they allowed in, so. Is that true, Mo? They can mod any channel, yeah. I just think they're awesome because they got that nifty, they get that nifty red badge. That's all I know. Whoa, who the hell are you? Soul remote droid has been eaten away by the jungle. Even if it was repaired, you need to access the computer that controls it to get it operational again. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I know Noxious got the admin, Twitch admin, and I think there were some other people that I had heard who were thinking about applying for it, but I think they basically opened up. They got tons of applications. They were like, "Thanks, we're good," and that was all. Shipwreckage. I gotta go back there. I should have looked at that to begin with. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. That's cool. That remote droid is so coming to life. Well. Oh, that was the remote shooting. I was like, who is shooting blasters? All my people are melee. Why is somebody shooting? And I was like, oh yeah, the remote. Well, there is that. I got parts and components. Okay. What sort of parts and components exactly? If I got any droid-specific thing that I can repair that HK with. They may be waiting a while for the Just-in-TV things. Blaster rifle and a data pad from a Dead Republic pilot. Revan says we must take Duxun, our wing of military droid carriers that are flying low, and drop our payload onto the jungle moon. Once the droids hit Dirtside, they'll seek out the Mandalorian base and pave the way for our ground troops and the Jedi. We're expecting heavy resistance, and if the droids can't take out the anti-air turrets, this is going to be one short mission. But we cannot fail. If we do, the Republic is lost. It's like that Mass Effect mission where you have to go back and find, you go back to the room where the planet where the ship had fallen. Let's fix this computer port. Computer's not functioning. Let's access remote droids first. Okay, that's him. Boom. I hate sharks. I felt bad for Derby. Let's repair that computer core. Oh, wait. Maybe I didn't need to destroy them. Oh well. I got 840 experience, so there's that. Not sure that I need to do that, actually. That may have been less than wise. Oh well. Worst comes to worst, I've only got one. Alright, took care of the wreckage. Alright, let's head up there. Apologies in advance for the blur. Blur, 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 blur. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Detonator gloves. Certainly can't argue that there isn't a lot of loot. Alright. Level up. Look at my godlike character. He's a god. Alright. Gotta get persuade at max, security at max, computer use at max, and let's see. Let's keep moving his treat injury up. Feats. Got already all these are maxed out. Improved flurry. Power attack is not good because my strength is not that high. Don't need sniper shots, obviously. Advanced Jedi defense. +3 bonus to all. I need a lightsaber equipped. That's interesting. Toughness, Toughness or advanced Jedi defense. Make sure it's good. Alright, let's see. Caution, no. Okay, so here we go. Should I choose medium armor proficiency? Keeping in mind that I kind of like my armor right now, but medium armor proficiency. Not gearhead. Medium armor proficiency or advanced Jedi defense or toughness. So toughness, which is 1 extra vitality point every time I level up and it's retroactive, or Jedi defense, which I think is just passive, plus 3 bonus to all deflection rolls, or medium armor proficiency. I'm leaning towards, I think, toughness or Jedi defense, but... Oh, and I don't need to have a lightsaber equipped for this. So I'm thinking Jedi defense, actually. Yeah, that's right. Hey, what's up, Zipzop? Yeah, you're right, you're right. So, okay, so then in that case, we're looking at advanced Jedi defense or toughness. But I'm thinking that advanced Jedi defense is going to help because I don't need a lightsaber to use that, so... So I think I'm going to go with that. Alright. I've been given Force Channel. Okay. Could choose Heal, which is tempting. Or Force Whirlwind. Heal. Force Barrier. I think I'm going to go with Force Whirlwind, although I'm tempted to get Heal. That is really tempting. I mean, technically, Kreia is my healer, but it would be nice to have someone else who could do it besides her. Yeah. I'm going to try... Oh, that's Force Wave? Yeah, I'm going to try Force Whirlwind, I think, because I do use Force Push a fair amount. Alright. I like how Kreia's like, I'm sort of in the middle. I could go either way. Then he's like, I kind of like the good side. I'm sort of moving in the direction. He's like, I am a god! Alright. Let's save that up. Let's try it out, shall we?
Let us end this.
How do you like that? Orbital fighting just ended. That Colonel Tobin stirred up a Minox nest when he took a shot at us. We're still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. You have to do without me for a while. I know, you're crushed.
Can you do without me while I'm actually fighting something?
How do you like that?
I hope these reptiles aren't endangered. Did you highlight your fear factor moment? I can't even move. Nice. Also doesn't take up a lot. That doesn't use a lot of force points either. Whoa. What's up with these guys? What is the deal with those guys? If I can activate this now, reactivate it. I have 18 repair parts. Okay, let's activate its weaponry. Targeting systems. And patrol mode. Oh, really? Okay. Shields. Can I pull them back is the question? Whatever, Greedo. Actually, you're not Greedo, whoever you are. Alright, who are you? Oh, of course you are. Dizanti Zug, huh? I've never heard of you. Okay, well, why are you hunting me? For some reason, I'm looking at this option and I feel like I should be singing, I didn't start the fire. What do you mean? Can we make a deal? Really? How about this? Have fun.
Let's get this over with.
Didn't work out well for you, did it? I'm beginning to really like that Force Whirlwind. I feel like I wasted that droid, though, because I can't get him to move, so he's just staying there. I really hope there's a reason that I come running by there like a bat out of hell and it works out somehow. Ah, Denzer Zug. Oh, Mandalorian Heavy Blaster. Okay. Mm-hmm. He posted the highlight twice. It's so good. Medpack, parts. Adrenal stamina, okay. So, someone in Onderon wants me dead, and that's not surprising. When's the last time someone in this game didn't want me dead? Should be dancing, yeah. Oh. Hello, young. I don't know why he was already at half health, but not going to complain. Mandalorian melee shield. And another dead Republic soldier. Hidden Mandalorian anti-air turrets forced us to crash outside the landing zone. We lost half our troops to beasts streaming out of the jungle, and the rest of us are getting hammered by Mandalorian emplacements. We're pinned down, cut off from command, and the thumping of the big guns hasn't died down for hours. Where are those damn Jedi? Well, I'm right here. Little late. Only about, what, 10 years late? Is that what it is? Is this the Mandalorian Wars? Alright, so I think I got everything there. So that should mean that down here should be the outpost. If I'm not mistaken. No, it's just the path east. Shipwreckage, I already did that. Zug ship. All right. Okay, on we go. Great, the jungle. Let's go straight into the jungle.
You let the ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Duxon. If you find anything, alert me immediately.
The hell's that, a
I'll get
toga?
out of my sight.
Why are you wearing a toga, dude? Why are you wearing a white scarf? Ah, his partner's blocked. He's like, come on, guys.
How do you like that?
More of the assassin droids, man, really?
I hear you.
Alright, it's time to level you up. Alright, we want those force powers up. Want that healing up, stealth up, awareness up. I guess repair. Master force focus. Nice. Oh, Master Jedi defense. Wait a second. I may want her to... Hold on. Class skill. I don't need that. Okay. Master Jedi defense. Okay, your powers. Can I heal? Yeah, improved heal. Yes, please. Oh, I have 2 new powers. Nice. Okay. Force armor. Now let's get this force redirection. Okay. Alright, let's go deal with these assassin droids. Alright, let's go, Tweedledum.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
Recitation and your inability to ever defeat me.
Systems failing, Master.
Systems failing, Master.
Focus.
Master.
Oh boy. Got an ad.
Systems failing, Master.
Focus.
Oh boy, here we go. Aggroing everyone in the world. Alright, you people deal with that. Hope one of these guys has an HK. There it is, HK droid processor. That will be enough for me to put together my droid. Alright, alright. Nice, rookie. It's awesome. Yeah, definitely.
What's going on?
Oh, you leveled up too. All right. Strength would be good. Con would be good. Intelligence would be good. I'll give him a little bit more health, I think. Direction I want to send him. Computer use. Let's see. Demolitions. He's my demolitions guy. Security. He has so many points. Yep.
I hear you.
If you hear me, then heal us, please. Yeah, look at that improved heal. Alright, so I got that HK processor. That'll allow me to put together that droid on the ship. Which would be nice.
Stop.
It's awesome,
That
Rook.
is not the
Whoa.
skeletal remnant of a war long past. That is a recent kill. It appears the Duxon isn't as abandoned as we would be led to believe.
Well, apparently it's not as abandoned because we just ran into a bunch of killer droids. Why would the Mandalorians return here?
The past has a curious attraction to us all. Perhaps he came in a small shuttle to revisit old battlegrounds. Perhaps not. But let us press forward. You may find the answers you seek.
Dead Mandalorian. Troubling. Impenetrable to anything short of high-grade explosives, really?
Let's go.
Can you open this? Okay, I guess I can't destroy it. That's odd. Hello, Malros.
Let me handle this.
Check out those super long necks. Weird looking, those things.
Yes.
Heal, please. You. No, you're never going to do it on normal. Right? It's like... Oh, this doesn't look like an arena. At all.